Good morning, Tigers, and welcome to Week 29, Activity 1. For today's lesson, you will indeed need your Foundations notebook, and we should have started already Week 29. If you have not, go ahead and pause this and start your Week 29 section in your Foundations notebook. You will need a writing tool, you will need your growth mindset, and you are going to sit in the writing position. Remember, this is an interactive lesson. That means you are doing the lesson with me. I should hear you even if I'm not near you. All right? When you are done with this lesson, you are expected to read me these words. So these words are new high frequency words. You are going to be required to blend to write them, and blend to read them. And also this week, you will be using these words in your writing. So let's get started, shall we? Let's learn some new words. The first word is ago. Let's follow the steps we use to learn new words. Look at the word. Repeat the word after me. Ago. That means you should have said it. Ago. A long time ago, dinosaurs lived on Earth. Say the word again after me. Ago. Look at the letters in the word. Let's spell it out loud together. Let's go. A-G-O. Ago. The letter A spells the first syllable. Ago. It stands for the kind of like a schwa A. Ago. You could say ago or ago, the schwa A sound. The second syllable, did you notice that? A-go. The second syllable is go. Pick up your writing tool and blend to write ago. I'm listening. A-g-o is what I should have heard you say as you blended to write ago. Remember, you are going to write your words in a list. So you have number 1. Right below it, you are going to have number 2. You will not skip a line in your Foundations notebook, but you will pay attention to those guidelines. There's a top line, a middle line, and a ground line. Make sure your letters are all sitting on the ground and only tall letters go into the sky. So we start tall and pull to the baseline. Or we start at the midpoint and pull to the baseline every time. All right, let's move on. Did you check your word against the screen? I hope so. The word is carry. Let's follow the steps. Look at the word. Repeat the word after me. Carry. I use a backpack to carry my books. Say the word again after me. Carry. Let's look at the letters in the word. Spell the word out loud now. Spell it with me. C-A-R-R-Y. When I ask you to spell it with me, I expect you to be saying the letters when I say them, not after I say them. Say it with me. You know the letter names. The letter A in this word stands for the short A sound. Air. Carry. Care. Kind of an air, right? In the middle of carry. The letter Y, carry, 2-syllable, vowel Y, 2-syllable E, like in baby, carry. So that Y is representing a vowel sound, either I or E. It represents E, 2 or more syllables. All right? Tell me the sounds you hear in this word. The word is carry. On your hand, show me the sounds and tell me the sounds in carry. Go. K, air, E. K, A, K, air, E. Got it? Pick up your writing tool and blend to write those sounds. K, air, E. Check your word against the screen when you're done. You may have noticed that these sounds are wanting to stay glued together. That's because you're reading with automaticity. All right, did you check your word against the screen? Let's go on. Number 3. The word is many. Say the word. Many or many. There are many teachers in our school. Many. Look at the word. Let's spell the word out loud. Begin. M-A-N-Y. Many. Look at the letters in the word. The letter A in this word is standing for the A sound, and the letter Y at the end of a word is a vowel Y, 2-syllable. Many is making the E sound. Remember, before you blend to write a word and before you blend to read a word, you should really focus on those vowel sounds, because the consonant sound M and the consonant sound N are not changing. It's really those vowel sounds we need to pay attention to how they are in the pattern. Pick up your writing tool and blend to write many. Many. If I say it as manny or blend it as manny, then it's really not a heart word, is it? But if I say it as many, then the heart part is that A that's making the eh sound, isn't it? In many. That's why it's on that heart wall over there. I don't know if there's a video there yet, but if there's not, you can do a video for this word. Make sure you let me know when your videos are done, and I'll print your QR codes. All right, are you ready for the next word? Have you checked it against the screen? We are on number 4. The word is, look at the word, many. The word is money. Repeat the word, many. Money. Or many. Say the word, money. There are many teachers in our school. Many. Let's spell it out loud. Spell it with me. Look at the word. Let's spell the word out loud. Begin. Money. M-A-N-Y. Do you notice many how each of the vowel sounds are spelled? Look at the letters in the word. Money. The letter A in this word is Let's spell it out loud. Spell it again with me. And the letter Y at the end of a word is a vowel Y, 2-syllable. M-O-N is making the E sound. How is the sound? Remember, before you blend to write a word and before you blend to read a word with the EY, you should really focus on those vowel sounds and blend to write, because the consonant sound each syllable in mun, E are not changing. It's really those vowel sounds we need to pay attention to how they are to read your word before you look at the screen and blend to write many. Do you have money? Check it against the screen. Manny. If I say it as manny, check it on your own first. Blend it as manny. You want to blend to write it without really looking at the screen. You want to look at your paper. But if I say it as many, that's learning the heart part is that. All right, let's go on to the next word. It's making the eh sound, isn't it? In many. We are on number 5. Heart wall over there. The word is only. Repeat the word. Now, if there's a video there yet, but if there's not, you can do a video. There is only one way. Make sure you let me know when your videos are done, and I'll print your QR code. Say the word again after me. Only. All right, are you ready for the next word? Look at the letters in the word. Screen. Let's spell it out loud. O-N-L-Y. Tell me the syllables in this word. Clap it out. Go ahead. We see the first syllable is own. Or we hear the first syllable is own, spelled O-N. And then we see the second syllable is Lee, spelled L-Y. That's how we expect to spell Lee at the end of a word, isn't it? You ready to blend to write each syllable? Pick up your writing tool and blend to write the sound you hear in only. Begin. I'm listening. Only. Your eyes are on your paper as you're blending to write. You are watching the way you are shaping these letters on your paper. You are paying attention to those guidelines if you need to. Check your word against the screen. Make sure your letters look like they should look. There should only be one tall letter. That means nothing else should go above that midpoint. Look at your paper. Is that how you have it? Only that O goes from the top to the baseline. You ready for the next word? Have you checked it against the screen? Anytime you need to, pause it and then catch up. Look at the word. The word is ride. Before I do anything else, I'm going to say, what do you notice? What do you wonder? What pattern do you see? I, consonant E. And the vowel sound is I. Let's spell this word out loud. Spell it with me. R-I-D-E, ride. So this is indeed the spelling pattern for I separated E, isn't it? Pick up your writing tool and blend to write ride. Look at your paper as you do it. Ride. And even though you don't sound that silent letter, your brain automatically has mapped that pattern, hasn't it? It automatically knows you need ride. You don't want rid. And we did that 2 weeks ago when we did our Vowel Plus E Space Camp. Are you ready? Check your word against the screen. And if you're ready, let's move on. If you're not ready, pause it. The word is sky. Let's follow the steps. Look at the word. Spell the word with me. Say the letters. S-K-I. Sky. Did you notice that we get to use the K for the K sound finally? But we only use the K for the K sound after I, E, and Y. Look what letter follows that. The Y. We finally get to use K for his sound. So that's a regular spelling for the K sound when it's followed by I, E, or Y. Do you notice what's making the vowel sound at the end of this word? Vowel Y, correct. Say the word sky. What sound do you hear? Not what letter. What sound do you hear at the end of sky? Right, I. Tell me how many syllables. Clap it out. Sky, go. Sky. 1 syllable. So vowel Y, 1 syllable, says I. Kind of looks like an I when you do the letter 1, right? The number 1. I. So that's a regular spelling for the vowel Y at the end of a 1 syllable word. Sky. Or try. Or cry. Or my. Did you notice that? Pick up your writing tool. Blend to write the sounds you hear in sky. I should hear S, K, I. Begin. What should I hear? Not till you write it. S, K, I. Check your word against the screen so we can go on. There's that vowel Y again. We've had a lot of those. All right. The word is study. Let's follow the steps. Look at the word. Repeat the word after me. Study. Say the word. Let's spell the word out loud. S-T-U-D-Y. That Y again. How many syllables are in this word? Let's clap it out. The word is study. Clap it out. Study. How many syllables? 2 syllables. Study. What is the sound at the end of the word study? What's the final sound in study? E. Vowel Y, 2 syllable. E. You ready? Study. Pick up your writing tool and blend to write those syllables. Number 8. Look at the paper as you're writing. Study. Try to write it without looking, then check it. S-T-A-D-E. If I did not blend to write each sound, I guarantee you left off that blend at the beginning, that st. You're just going to write study. That's why I want you to say st-a-d-e, because then your brain knows you need st to make that blend. Did you make that mistake? How did I know? The next one is number 9. It should be immediately after this one. So you should have a list. And I'm trying to ignore the faded lines on my remove background. And there's no way I can show you. They should be on top of each other, a list. All right. Are we ready for the next word? Number 9. What do you see? What do you notice? What do you wonder before I even say the word? An apostrophe. Not a comma. A comma sits on the baseline. An apostrophe. Kind of floating in the sky right there, isn't it? So what kind of word is this? Do you remember? Not a compound word. It's two words that come together so fast, some letters pop out, and that apostrophe took their place. Do you remember? What is that called? Contraction. Say the word. Contraction. So, because it's a contraction, I want to think about what two words come together so fast that some letters popped out. Do you recognize what the first word is? And I haven't said it yet. I want to see if you can read it by doing this, because sometimes we can't read the contraction. So do you notice this first word right here? Was. So our first word is was. Our second word, some letters popped out, but what is our second word? Not nt. What's the word that was there? Was. Not. Smash them together and it contracts to what? Wasn't. Wasn't. Say the word. Wasn't. He wasn't trying to skip this one. Was not. Contract it. Wasn't. Good job. So let's look at the word. Let's spell it out loud. Spell it with me. Remember, we say apostrophe when we see the apostrophe. Say it. Spell it with me. W-A-S-N apostrophe T. Do you remember what letter popped out? So we don't write that letter. We write the apostrophe where that letter would be. Pick up your writing tool. Blend to write. Wasn't. Begin. Apostrophe T. Wasn't. Look at your paper. Read your paper. Can you blend to read your paper, even if this wasn't on the screen? Because remember, you're going to take your paper into Seesaw and you're going to read it. Also, you're going to read this to me in Edpuzzle before you leave Edpuzzle today. That way, if you can't read them, go back and read them. I did not say type them. I did not say use dictation. You're going to use that microphone. That means you should be able to listen to yourself read them before you leave Edpuzzle. If you see a list of words, you did not record yourself. All right? You ready for the last one? That was number 9, so now we're on number 10. Here we go. This is a heart word. What do you notice? What do you wonder? This is also a great intro to our space camp today. This sound is part of our target sound this week. Did you remember what our target sound was going to be? Let's see if you can tell me the target sound based on this word. This word is world. Say the word. World. They have traveled all over the world. Say the word again after me. World. Look at the letters in the word. Let's spell it out loud. Go ahead. Look at the letters. W-O-R-L-D. I say to look at the letters as you're spelling them because if you're thinking world, there are a lot of different spellings for that sound. Did you guess what sound it is yet? Not W, not O, and not D. Those only have one spelling. What is the other sound in this word? Look how is spelled in this word. It's actually W-O-R. Our target sound this week is and one of the target spellings of this word is W-O-R, like in world and word and works. There's a lot of W-O-R's on this page. Did you notice that? Were. So there, when it's W-O-R, it makes the sound, doesn't it? Pick up your writing tool and blend to write world. World. And because I told you this is part of our target sound this week. You might want to use this word on your sorting mat today. You don't have it yet, but you're going to get the sound. Our keyword sentence is, her first nurse works early for $1. And our target sound this week is So that was the perfect word to end with today on our high frequency words, because I want you to see how all of these words are connecting to our target sounds. All right, they're not just separate words we learn every week. These words are target sounds, right? When our target sound was I like to try to find the right pie. This would have been on that chart. This also would have been on the vowel separated E chart. This sky word would have been on the I like to try to find the right pie. And so forth, right? So we are not just learning new words every week. We are identifying the patterns in these words because we probably already know them, and we're going to identify the patterns or the phonemes that don't happen. There's only 46 of them. And as soon as we know them in one word, we know them in all the words, which is how reading is happening, automatic. All right? So right now, I would like you to push record and read me these words. Push record and read me these words. You are not going to read them off the screen. You are going to read them off your paper. Record now. Just putting this little paper up so I know.